afternoon, YouTube. This is Chuck, and as you can see, this afternoon I'm on the road. It's Sunday, June 23rd, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and a while back I shot a video called the Tonto Basin Windshield Tour, and I talked about the bridge that was under construction down here, and by golly, the bridge is done. The official dedication was yesterday. So the spousal unit and I decided to go for a ride this afternoon, and we're going to come down here and drive across the bridge and take you along with us. And this is actually the turnoff. This is State Highway 188 in Tonto Basin. The little town is called Punkin Center. You can see we're turning onto the main approach for the bridge. This is actually the old highway. Before that, we just turned off of what was put in as a bypass, and the old highway actually came around this hill, and there used to actually be, you can see where this little hill is off here on the right. Well, they made a pretty sizable cut here. This used to be a lot higher, and there used to actually be a restaurant here, and we used to come down here for breakfast every once in a while. But this is the approach to the new bridge. So I'll go ahead and take you on across. I think it was $24 million or something like that. But this backside of the creek over here was frequently cut off from access due to water in Tonto Creek. This is Tonto Creek drains a very vast area. It starts way up underneath the Mogollon Rim and ends up down into Roosevelt Lake. And during periods of after monsoon storms or in the spring snowmelt and stuff, this backside area over here used to get isolated for very long periods of time, and sometimes for weeks at a time, and people would have to drive through the low water crossing across the creek here, and that got to be pretty dangerous. And unfortunately, over the years, they had 9 people that died crossing the creek during flood times. And the most recent one was a guy was trying to drive a big military-style truck across here and fell off in a hole somewhere and ended up with 3 kids died. And that kind of spurred everybody. They've been trying to get money like that to build that bridge for a long time, but the problem, of course, is that it's a tremendously huge undertaking and very expensive. And you know, our county isn't really very big. There's only like 52,000 people in the whole county, and 97% of the land area in the county is either federal, state, or tribal. So what that means, of course, is that you know, there's just not a whole lot of private land here to pay the taxes. So anyway, I'm going to drive up here, turn around, and there's a lot of this stuff. I haven't been back here in quite a while, and a lot of this stuff here is all new. All this fencing and stuff wasn't here. These places on the left here weren't here. But anyway, this bridge is going to change this area immensely, because now they have they don't have to worry about the river being up anymore, or the creek, I should say. And so, but I figured I'd take you. I'm going to turn around right here, and then we'll go back over it again the other way, and so you get to see it both ways, and get to see what, in this day and age, what a $24 million bridge looks like. And anyway, let me get turned around here. And there's only about maybe 2,500, 3,000 people or something live down here, but it's a real nice area. I don't mind it down here. It's just a little too hot in the summertime for me, but got some pretty mountains. So let me turn you back around so you can see. That most of that mountain ahead, in front of you there burned off a few years ago in a fire called the bushfire, and it came down right. They stopped it when it hit the bottom of the mountain here, coming in toward the private land. The original access to this area actually came through this mountain pass right in front of us, right in the center of the screen. The cavalry built a road over there. It's called Reno Pass, and up there in the mountain right in front of us there, you can see towers up there, and that's Mount Ord. There's a pretty good shot of the bridge from the other angle here. guess I'm going to have to call this a windshield tour because that's kind of what it is. These times when it gets during cooler weather, I'm going to come down here and park somewhere and walk across that. This is the old low water crossing right here. They're going to close that off. And there was actually 3 low water crossings in this area, and they're going to close off this one and one other. They're going to leave one open. The building's right in front of the ranger station, and you can see the cell tower. Pretty in the summertime, all the trees are leafed out, and kind of got you into the sun right here, but can't really help that. The bridge has been under construction for about 1.5 years now, and if you want to go back and look at my windshield tour of Tonto Basin, you can see what it looked like when it was under construction. We're going to turn down the old highway here and give you a quick drive through Punkin Center. I'm down here riding with the fire department one day, and we had a call back there, and we had to drive through the creek to get to it. The creek wasn't up real high, but it was kind of an adventure. Sometimes when the creek would be up, if they had medical issues, they'd have to land helicopters over there. And the guy down here is a friend of mine that has a drone, and he'd actually pick up medicines on this side of the creek and fly them over the other side of the creek. That's the school right there. You can see the little red building's the original school, and they got a bigger school building now. This building here was the old fire station. They have a new fire station somewhere else now. Someday I'll have to tell you the story about that. It's kind of an interesting story. But this is old. This is Punkin Center, Arizona. I think I showed it to you the last time as well. I drove across the creek. But I guess that's good enough for today. Let me pull over here and let me tell you, as I always do, to take care of each other and love each other. And just went out for a little ride this afternoon to go try out that brand new bridge, and that's as I said, this is going to change the character of this area forever. Some people aren't real happy about it because it's going to bring a lot more rooftops and a lot more people, but that's progress. That's the way it goes. So let me spin you around one more time, find a button, and I'll just tell you, until I talk to you again, peace out.